So thanks for joining me for what I hope will be a beautiful heart chakra meditation. Let's get started. So as with all meditations, you find your comfortable position to explore this meditation. I'm sat cross-legged on my sofa with a little bit of support at my back. Sometimes I sit in armchairs with my feet on the floor. Sometimes I lay down. Sometimes I sit against the wall, legs stretched out in front of me, legs crossed. I'm comfortable sat cross-legged. I appreciate lots of people aren't comfortable sat cross-legged for lots of reasons that I can bore you about another time. So you come to what's a comfortable seated position for you, where you're going to feel safe, supported, preferably in a room that's free from distractions. Doesn't mean free of stimulus, but free from things that or people that are going to distract you. Whether you have your eyes open or eyes closed is entirely up to you. The video, the visual anchor that you've got attached to this meditation is a beautiful pink tree that you'll see waft in the breeze. Pink is an alternative colour for the heart chakra. Green, beautiful emerald green, is your classic heart chakra colour. And your heart chakra, as I've mentioned elsewhere, is behind your breastbone, so kind of your nipple line within the centre of your chest. So once you've found your comfortable seated position where you're supported, you can soften a little bit while staying fairly alert. Let's have a little look around the room. If you're in a familiar room, that should be easy. You should know where you are. Your body should know where you are. Your nervous system should know where you are. More importantly, it'll know that you're safe. It'll know that there aren't any threats. But have a little squiz around the room, check it out, particularly if you're in an unfamiliar room. Just make sure you kind of do, not a 360 because you're not an owl, but if you have a curious little look around the room, I'd probably invite you to use the video that is attached to this or part of this as a visual anchor, fancy words for something to look at to give you focus. You can close your eyes by all means. I'd advise that you don't always close your eyes or always open your eyes, and that you try out meditating both ways. There'll be times when you want to close your eyes, go within. I think especially in the early days of meditation, that can actually increase the noise and chatter in your mind. So the reason that I have provided the video clips rather than just doing an audio meditation is to give you that anchor, that thing to look at, that thing to put your focus to if your brain goes for a little wander. So I'm now sat comfortably and supported. I hope you are too. And as with meditation generally, we're just going to think about our breathing a little bit, put our attention to our breathing and our breath. Obviously, as soon as we put our attention there, we breathe differently, and that's okay. What I want you to think about and focus on is you're breathing through your nose, in and out through your nose, reasonably softly. I don't want you to make it longer than normal or shorter than normal. It doesn't need to be more gentle or more forceful. Just put your focus and imagine the air coming in and out of your nostrils. If you like to do that with colour or temperature, if you imagine nice warm air coming into your nose or nice cool air, whatever feels better for you. Sometimes some people like to work with colours, and it's very much a golden, white or yellow light coming in up your nostrils. So using whatever technique sits best with you, or simply putting your attention and your focus to the air. We'll think about the air coming into our nostrils, up to the back of our noses, into the back of our throats and down into our lungs. And every beautiful breath you take in through your nose and down into your lungs, you'll feel that warm or cool air coming in and soothing you. That yellow, gold, white light coming in and spreading into your lungs and soothing you. If it feels comfortable, each time you take a breath in, it'll be a slightly bigger, a slightly fuller breath. You'll feel your chest move versus normal breathing when our chests really don't move, our restful breaths. So if it helps to put a hand on the bottom of your chest and a hand on the top of your chest, or a hand on your chest and a hand on your tummy, and that'll give you the feedback that your chest's moving. So you're taking a beautiful breath in through your nose, and out through your nose. As you take your breath in, you feel your chest rise. And as you take a breath out, your chest falls. And each time you do that, you feel your body soften just a little bit more, feel a bit more relaxation. I carry tension across my forehead and into my sort of temple area. You'll feel that soften. And I'm happy for you to sit and breathe like that for as long as you like. You might be bored of it already, especially at the beginning. You can be sitting there with all sorts of chatter going through your head. Why the heck am I doing this? Am I doing it right? That's normal. Those thoughts are just passing through like clouds in the sky. Don't latch onto them, just kind of say hello and let them pass. So now I want you to take that fabulous long, slow breath in through your nose. And I want you to let it out through your mouth. You can do that slowly, like a sigh, or something a little bit more forceful. So nice breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Like you're misting a mirror up. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Like you're blowing a really big candle out. And whatever out breath through your mouth you find works for you and you find soothes you and brings you comfort right here, right now. As you're doing this, hopefully you can feel that your body's softening. Breathe as comfortably and naturally as you want. You set your pace of your breath. Your body should soften and just relax a little bit. Don't force it, don't analyse it, don't get into competitive relaxation, just soften. And with each breath in and each lovely breath out, your limbs, your arms, your legs are going to feel a little bit heavier, a little bit softer as you soften into whatever surface you sat or lay on. Now I want you to have a little daydream, visualise, imagine, pretend, whatever word speaks to you. I want you to think about the ground just in front or to one side of you. There's a big green ball of energy. And if you imagine it's at your feet, and it creeps up through your feet and your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips into your pelvis, and it keeps on rising through your hips, past your belly button, past your waist, up into the top of your tummy, up your spine. And this beautiful, deep emerald green ball or orb of light. It's the most wonderful colour. And you feel it tingling through your body, up your spine, until it sits right in the centre of your chest. If you put your hands onto the centre of your chest with me now, kind of at your nipple line. And if you imagine that beautiful green ball of light is there, and as you take a breath in, that orb maybe gets a little bit bigger. Maybe the green shines a little bit brighter. Maybe the orb hums or buzzes or vibrates or resonates, jiggles slightly in your chest. And with each breath in, feel its presence more totally, more fully. And with each breath out, you feel the love within you. And gently breathe, if it's comfortable, with your hands on your chest. Feeling this beautiful jewel of green light within your heart. Now it's time for this beautiful green ball of light to spread within you. So as you breathe slowly and kindly in and out, this green ball of light gets bigger and starts to spread from your chest up to your throat, down to your tummy, up into your shoulders and down into your hips. You feel this love, this loving kindness, this compassion for yourself, this compassion for your loved ones spread through your body. Just pause right now and sense that loving kindness within your heart space, your chest, your shoulders, your belly and your hips. We store an awful lot of stuff in our hips and our shoulders, sending lots of love and compassion to yourself, to your loved ones that have passed, down into your hips, healing rifts, healing things that we don't even know about in our conscious minds. And now we'll release that thought and we'll send this beautiful, loving green light beyond our shoulders and our hips, down our arms, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, down from our hips into our thighs, knees, calves, feet. This green, loving, warm, wonderful light fills us. We're full of love, for ourselves. We're full of compassion for ourselves. We're full of love and compassion for those around us in need of this. And now with our next breaths in and breaths out, this green light, this love spreads out of us, spreads around us, and starts to fill up our auras, the energy fields that surround our bodies. As we go about our day, this sense of love, kindness, compassion within us and around us might subtly affect people we come into contact with. They won't necessarily register it in their conscious minds. They may feel warmth, connection. They may feel they want to have a chat with you. That's how this sort of meditation affects us right now as we're relaxing, as we're breathing, as we're watching pretty pink blossoms blow on a rainy day. That brings us a sense of relaxation, that brings us a sense of love. But when we take our meditation out into the real world, this love can spill out and we share it considerately, kindly, ethically. So now, as we're full of loving light, surrounded and bathed in compassion and kindness, first and foremost to ourselves, I want you to take 3 more deep breaths in and out in your own time, in your own way. In through your nose, out through your nose, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Whichever works for you. We'll take 3 breaths together. So now put your attention to your fingers and your toes and your nose. Sense the air on your skin. Linger there. Your skin might tingle, might vibrate, might just feel a bit cold. And if you start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and your nose, and then slowly, kindly, compassionately step away from our meditation and carry the loving kindness to yourself and your loved ones with you for the rest of your day.